Hello everyone and welcome to the first race of a new series here at the DTR, and I welcome everyone. It's my first commentating on ACC, so it will be very interesting, and it's at the Hungaroring. Drivers just finishing their final practice laps before heading into commentary. Before heading into there you go, first mistake. Before heading into qualifying. So just watch. I'm getting used to some of the things that are obviously different. So I will be looking for some help on the live stream from anybody watching. So any way to improve what I'm doing. So work in progress, of course, but should be interesting. And I think we're looking for a good race here. It's obviously it's always a difficult track to overtake on the Hungaroring. And there we go. There we go, green light for qualifying, and we're about ready to just wait and see who leaves the pit lane, as the first laps in proper anger will be about to get going. You can have a look at all our drivers on the side here. I'm not, again, any help much appreciated. So here we go. Some of the drivers I definitely know. It looks like a flurry run out of the pit to get first runs underway. Number 14 driver there. That's what I'll probably do if I can't pronounce the names. I'll probably just call and you're not getting away with it. You will be called Ains or number 30. Let's see who's going to be, while sitting and watching some of the practice times putting in. Wesley looks quick out there, and a few others, including this guy here, the number 7 car, looking very quick as well. And I think we'll see a close race tonight. Of course, we will also juggling in this series will be the sprints, which is what we've got on now. We've got the endurance series as well, which should, I think, will be interesting. Actually, really interesting. Let's see who's getting close. That's the one thing, I can't really tell who's getting close to starting a lap. And the first out is these guys here, and yeah, there we go. Having a look. Right, okay. So about to get first laps really going, and weirdly enough, as I mentioned them earlier, I'm going to go to Wesley, as I suspect. Few cars are ahead of Wesley, but Wesley is someone that I expect to go pretty well. Brent ahead of him too, who you'd expect to go well too. Fully purple air, including helmet. Brent coming around the first corner, getting onto the curb and through turn 2, seemingly quite quick, and just trying to coaxing the car round these really long corners, which I imagine, not being amazing at this game myself, are actually really difficult and can be challenging. That's a flat corner here, not the best camera angle unfortunately, but gets it nailed. So does Wesley as well, to what is turn 4. Tough chicane coming up for Brent, just running through the track here. seeming it looks like a good lap so far from Brent. He's cutting the apexes of all the corners. Not really seen a major mistake, which is good to see. And I love the livery, if I'm honest. It's plain and simple. Possibly a little bit of lag there. It looked like he was going flying for the wall, but then repaired straight away. Wesley also behind. I'm not sure who's quicker. Wesley actually looks maybe slightly closer than when he started. Let's see, first time in by the Ferrari, the 87 driver, 1:44.8, and Bruma right behind him, 2/10ths behind. Brent, what can Brent do? We've got on board with them. It's 2.5 seconds down off that time, and Wesley was actually much quicker. I was right that he was closer. Number 163, putting it into 4th as well. Jackie United. Some are slower, some not doing the quickest laps. There we go. Where's Ticked? There's Ains there. I remember him saying we'll be watching him crawl around the back. Well, maybe. Let's hope not. Nell Boy, who I've raced with before. Usually one of the, what you would see is one of the cleanest drivers around. Let's see the time that he can set here. He's coming around the final corner here at the Hungaroring. And it's up to 5th for Nell Boy. 2.5 seconds off the lead, but not a bad job at all. Maybe Ticket is there might have been an outlap, but Ticket was on. 9.5 minutes basically left to go, and we'll watch what this driver can do. He's got Wesley and Brent behind him again. Don't know if they're going to just pit or they're going to just keep going. It's the best strategy for qualifying. I guess we'll find out. Tickets coming around to finish his lap, and we'll see what he can do. He's usually, again, one of the quicker drivers I've raced with, but we'll see. Yeah, up to 5th, ahead of Black Mamba. Actually, the number 87 has increased his lead as well. Bruma also improving at his time, I believe, as well. But of course, with the lead driver improving, that he's still going to be in 2nd. Bogorowski sets a better time as well, or was that Ains actually? Maybe both, because they're all running down the start-finish straight. See, Sam here is yeah, he's coming around the final sector as well. Those final 2 corners where it's the long left-handers. Right on that one. Yeah, 2 long left-handers, making it very difficult. AMG Mercedes, but what is the time? In fact, is it actually an outlap? And I'm being stupid. Yeah, I think it actually was. See, Billy, he's going around about Cosmos. Yeah, Cosmos literally just was in a time, and it's 12th ahead of Bogorowski, but behind Ains, and there's a bit of a gap there forming. Oh, comes to a stop on the track. There's also a gap forming between the top 4, essentially. Well, the top 2, then the 3rd and 4th is it all goes off just a little bit, cutting the corner. I think, if I've seen that right, but maybe just a little bit of struggle through that chicane. But hopefully it'll be all good. There's a lot of drivers yet to set a valid lap time, or to set a lap time at all. You see Bruno there, Bruno going over the curb. Really struggling, but still in the pits. It's Billy, still not set a lap time. Can Ben put in a lap time to go over it? Brent's really dropped down the field too, he's in 12th. There we go, running to the line. and Ben puts it in 13th, so at least now he's got a lap on the board. Mickey's out as well now. Again, someone else that I have raced with, so it's a bit dangerous leaving it quite late in the qualifying session. You really need to nail it. A few drivers in the pits now, so we'll, at the moment anyway, we'll keep on board with Mickey. I say on board. It's going through the chicane now, taking it nice and easy really there, and just coming through the twisty section here at the Hungaroring, and hopefully he can keep it on track and do a decent lap time. Just see how far he can get up the grid. It's I think it'll be, this really bodes an interesting midfield race, because they tend to be close, but also in clusters, so we shall see how that really plays out. Bogorowski right behind him, I think on a timed lap as well, so Mickey, hi there, forgive me if I pronounce drivers' names right, or people in the chat names wrong as well. Moise, hello there, and hopefully I can do well in the first time commentating on ACC. I've got a lot of more experience on F1 games, but this should be very interesting. Mickey does set a time, let's put some 5.8 seconds behind the lead time of a 1:44.8 by the lead 87 car. A lot of numbers, but I'm gonna say it's Barney. There is a yellow flag. Just spotted that. Not sure who was off necessarily. Oh, there's a battle almost going on here. Yeah, it's slowed down as well. That's really interesting. I wonder what's caused that. Kind of thing. Anyway, it's Billy is flying around the first sector and chucks it into turn 4, and yeah, it looked good on the entrance and it looked good on the exit as well. Now going through turn 5, and I would say a very interesting livery there for the car, but it's Billy is driving very, very deep on the entry to the chicane, gets the apex though on the exit, so hopefully didn't lose too much time through there. 3.5 minutes to go, and it's the 87 and the 66 car that are battling over for this pole position as we watch it's Billy coming around the final corners, or even finishing that middle sector. We'll watch this and then we'll flip to the pole position fight. Also another car I expected to be doing, or another driver I expected to do better, still yet a set of lap times, the number 7. But Billy coming through the final corner, well set a lap with less than 3 minutes to go. Where will he put himself? It will be only 18th, but it's everyone's set a time, but it wasn't a very good one for the number 7 car. Right, here we go. Importance racks up. Maybe we should write Bruma. I don't know if it's an out lap, but he is much further round the track in the 66 car. Coming round to the start finish line, and let's see if this was, it's not a time improvement or it is an out lap, one or the other. And now go on board with this can I just say fantastic, crazy but absolutely fantastic livery of the team which the pole position, or at least he hopes pole position car has. Brent just ahead of this. Well, I would expect to be further up. He's down in 13th. We'll keep an eye on where he ends up. He's behind Bogorowski. and Black Mamba, I think he's in 7th, so not the screaming around the back that he was saying that he would be. He's actually pretty much in there in the midfield. But we watch the qualifying leader at the moment, and he is coming around to set a new time. It doesn't improve from what I can see, does not improve the time. Bruma on the other hand, still coming round for another lap time. Excellent the twisty section. Let's see these final sector. Well, ticket behind goes wide. What can Bruma do? Looks like a nice exit himself. Ticket seems to be struggling quite a bit. Hugging the inside line, then swooping out to the outside into the inside for the final corner, keeping the long line round the middle, hitting the apex late for the best exit onto the start finish straight, but it's not an improvement. And there is a yellow flag somewhere, or there was a yellow flag somewhere, probably just someone going off. I don't know how. Yeah, I just need to look at the at the map a bit more, I think, but that's fine. Let's see, anyone else? Vol actually put in getting quite close to it, but it wasn't good enough. 2/10 off, so that's oh, there we go, and it is the end of qualifying, so those in the pits, it is done. Those that are still out can finish their laps. 1 lap left. Let's see, tickets actually made it. Oh, Barney's decided to leave, so that's out. Bruma, oh, is that yellow flag? No, that's just someone waving a yellow flag on the crowd. But yeah, Bruma still pushing to see if he can get pole position. It would be a snatch right at the end if he does. The race, just in case anyone isn't aware, Daddy Checo Perez. Didn't see that you there at first. There is a yellow flag again. It's at the first corner. I'm not sure who it was, but they are off, and the yellow flags are also in the middle sector as well. A few mistakes on final push laps maybe, but we'll see, can Bruma clinch and steal pole position at the end of the race? At the qualifying session. He improves, but it's not by enough. He improved by just over a 10th, and it's still not good enough for pole. Still yellow flags down at turn 1. Maybe the drivers are just pulling off at the end actually. Black Mamba, let's see, is there anybody else setting a lap time? There's Bogarowski. There's someone coming to the line, I believe. Yeah, still 14th though. Yeah, that's what the yellow flag is for. I think we'll be going into the race very quickly. Can't actually do anything, so we're waiting on some others, or we've got a problem. Let's hope it's that we're just waiting. There we go. We thankfully were just waiting, and we are, as you can see, it's gonna get this session starting in just a few minutes. Cars lining up for the grid. You can see what our yes, you can see our grid right here. So it's the number 87 of of Barney. Bruma just behind in second. Vol third. Philpott 1000. Fourth. Wesley fifth. Sam in sixth. Ends in seventh. Black Mamba eighth. Tikud ninth. Nail Boy 10th. Brent starts 11th. Bolgarowski 12th. Benny 13th. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to say the guy in 14th name. I tried with most. So the number 95 car. Boss will start 15th. I think that's Jet United 16th. Little Mikey and 17th. It's Billy 18th. 19th. It's not showing that they're in though. But 19th is the number 7 car, seconds. And Bad Lad is going to start 20th.
Seconds.
And Bad Lad, I thought someone had a problem in it, unfortunately. So yeah, I thought you qualified much higher, and unfortunately because of the issue you'll be starting 20th. There's nothing that I can do, there's nothing that anybody can do, unfortunately. Just try and drive through the field and have a good race, I guess, is all I can say, as the session is about to begin. We've got the countdown, and now we get the drive away for some of the drivers. It's actually got Bad Lad in the pits. I'm more hoping it'll allow me to do something with the what they were watching here. Okay, ooh, and there's a little clash there with its Billy, but yeah, the race has started, but there's... Oh no, it's not actually started, this is kind of formation lap, sorry. But yeah, I seem to be having issues of not being able to switch drivers, which is really annoying. I'm hoping that that is something that fixes for the race start. As we are still on the formation lap. See the whole field getting ready, so I really hope this is just a problem on the formation lap and I'll be able to fix this and go on to the first the leaders to see the start of the race for you guys and for myself. But yeah, unfortunately, oh god, There's a drive-through penalty for Bogarovsky who's falling down, and there are actually a few issues. To the back, Ben's off. Who was at a ticket off at the back, so that's going to be a problem there. It's amazing. Oh, and there's a few more incidents throughout. It's amazing how much you pick up, even though it's only letting me show you one driver's area right now, and I can't seem to fix that, which is annoying. Oh, Heinz has had an off. Oh, and it's Billy goes straight into him, and that's the turn 4 blind corner issues there. Let's see what I can do to fix what's going on. But yeah, there's definitely problems happening. Maybe if where a lot of drivers drive through penalties galore, and the guy that we are actually following in 10th place. Let's just see if that's actually happens. There we go. Sorry about that. And if I knew I could have done that, I would have fixed it. But we still seen a lot going on turn 1. On lap 1, what we did miss, and I do apologise, brand new to commentating on this, needed to get so yeah, what we have missed, unfortunately, is an overtake for Bruma taking the lead of the race. But now, Barney would try to get back through, and Volts, is this Brent maybe taking his drive through? I think it is. Brent's taking his drive through right now. And you can see just behind, sorry, you can see just behind that you've got Wesley getting pressured by Philpov 2000. Well, keep an eye on all these drive-throughs. Bogrovsky's got a drive-through, and you've got Billy and Hines, no surprise, in the pits with issues there after what we've seen at the exit of turn 4. But it's this race at the front that we really do need to keep an eye on, because, well, of course we missed it, but Bruma did take the lead of the race, probably at the beginning, and Barney is right behind and chasing, but he's also got Vol right behind him. Wesley still under pressure as well. We lost the gaps there, but we've got a kind of top 6 almost. Black Mamba just off the back of that a little. I'm also happy that it's given us gap to leader, as gap to next driver as well, rather than gap to leader. I find that a lot more helpful. So, oh, we do have we have timing glitches here too. Anyway, seems like it's a bit line astern, as tends to happen, unfortunately, at this track, but we will hopefully see some overtaking as well. There's a lot of close ones. Who's that? The number 77 and 14 still need to do their drive-throughs. If they don't, they'll get disqualified, and Heinz is back in the pits. Is that some terminal damage that we've got going on there? Just under 5 minutes in, and we've got a couple of guys in the pits, possibly terminal damage. Oh, that's that rear wing is not having fun either. Look at the state of that. Yeah, that is damaged for Heinz. And this car here, this guy here, really needs to pit. He's got Bosmos behind him as well, who we want to get by. Well, we want him to get out of the way. Wesley, oh, good to get back onto this. Wesley's kind of picked up the P2, and he's got Wesley and the 163 car on his back, as well as Sam. That is not good for Bruma. And unfortunate, because he looked like he had the pace to possibly win this race. But it was still, that's a big off again for, oh, he's being lapped. That's what's happening here. Oh, that's very sad to see. I think maybe it was more getting out of the way than having problems. I wonder if Bruma's got some damage, because he seemingly had the pace to keep just about a second ahead of the car behind, but now he's got the problem. Maybe it's the dirty air, I don't know. Well, Sam's had a problem. He's dropped off the back of this slightly. Lost about maybe a half a second to a second. Having a look to see if there is a midfield further down the line, any scraps going on, but not really. Bruma starting to pick up the pace again, thankfully for him. Maybe that's where he had his pace, was that middle sector, that flowing, can be horrible at times, middle sector, but he really needs to have the straight line speed now to get past Vole at the first instance, and then chase after the next car down the road, which is the guy that got pole position but was overtaken early in this race. So Bruma is just not close enough to make that move, and it's not going to be easy at all. Just trying to see, this might be interesting. No, he's still too far behind. It shows like 4/10 behind, but that is still too far to even attempt, as Sam does start really falling off the pace. Oh, it's Billy. Yeah, he's having a struggling time down in 18th, getting lapped by the leaders. And it's, yeah, some of these, we'll see some people coming off the track altogether, just to allow the drivers to take the lead. Now, 10 minutes into this race, half an hour to go. Our leader is the 87 car, followed by the 16 of Vole, but there's an overtake attempt here by Bruma right around the outside, and that is fantastic. They're still side by side, but Vole runs wide, and that allows Wesley through as well, but Bruma gets the move done. Wesley actually having to fight for the position, but gets it done, and now that should be it, but Vole back up the inside of the penultimate corner. Oh, someone just got to drive through. Bruma's just about sitting in there. There's a little bit of contact there by Wesley, but he does sneak his way through, and they're still really close. We'll keep an eye on this one, because I don't think it's over quite yet, as the 163 car tries to go to the outside but won't have enough speed, and that might be that battle done, at least for now. Wesley now maybe having the speed on the car behind. Someone's, I think, retired, because we're down to 19 cars. I mean, like, no yellows, but that was a good little battle for us to watch on the half an hour left of this race to go. 10-minute mark really, and it really started kicking off. Bruma back up to second, but that whole battle cost them 2 seconds basically to the leader. They're now 3.3 seconds behind. And it helped Sam catch a little bit, but he's seemingly struggling. Who's really struggling now is Vole, who actually dropped behind Sam and had further issues along that on the time, but it's Philip who is going to be going for it. He's close behind Wesley and see, is Black Mamba, how far up? He's just not getting any signal from his car. but what we will be getting a signal from is this one of Philip looking to make the move on Wesley. There is a touch in Wesley's round. Oh, and a further knock. Oh, Wesley. Whoa, 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 whoa. As the lap car just comes flying through and takes Philip out. Wesley in fifth. Vol had problems earlier in fourth. Sam just avoids all the absolute carnage going on in front and behind him, goes into third. Bruma avoiding that from the luxury of overtaking earlier and is catching on the race leader, but yeah, a number of drivers will not be happy with some of that driving. Philip will be one of them who will definitely have damage. One of the lap cars struggling behind him, the one that hit him. That's created gaps, unfortunately. We had battles going on. I don't think Sam will mind too much, in fairness. And Vol, well, he just scraped up a lot of the positions that he lost earlier. But yeah, Wesley first gets spins around from Philip hitting him in the rear, and then continuous contact even on spun, and then the lap car getting involved. But Sam has been caught very quickly by Vol through the final, the middle and final sector, and sending up the inside, just pushing him really wide. And we'll get the run now down to no, off we go. Sam, I don't know, it's like he's pushing through his goal for definite, but Sam must have known that he was there and was, turning in, trying to defend, but that was always going to end in some nightmare. And it did, because Vol's probably got damage. I know Wesley should have damage, he might got away with it as Sam speared into the wall. Obviously some of these are incorrect because he literally just pressed the timing screen.
Pit window is open.
Okay, there we go. That's just the interesting point. Pit window is now open for the drivers, and it's open for another 10 minutes. They must pit and must make a tyre change. There's particular rules there. There must be at least one tyre change and one mandatory pit stop during this 10-minute window. It would be completely up to the drivers themselves if they take less fuel and decide to do pit for fuel. And we'll see if anybody had chosen to do that. Wesley in the inside of Vol, a bit of touch, but yeah, I think that was actually fine there. But Wesley braked later, he's going to attempt it, no, not quite, but Vol goes really wide, and Wesley will take, oh no, he won't, they're still side by side. But he's going to take the position. Wesley goes really wide to get the best run, sticks behind Vol, and will try to get the slipstream and run into turn 1. Bruma pulling away from this, but an 8.5 second lead for the leader, but they cannot take their eyes off at this battle for P3 for the final place on the podium. And seems like Vol's got it. He got it defended at the moment, but it does seem like Wesley is quicker through those final sectors, and we'll try to get the move done there. Yeah, Bruma in the pits, so that might actually be why he is showing such a gap, because Volt now takes the lead. Black Mamba and Bosmos also in the pits for what I think is our mandatory pit stop window. Yes, inside their mandatory pit stop window. Don't know if they're going to take fuel. I kind of would have wanted to check, but this battle going on, there's no way to actually see it, unfortunately. Brent coming in as well. This could throw up some interesting battles. With, some of the drivers coming out in other battles and or in front of other drivers. So we'll see what happens there. But I do think, considering how long some of these pit stops are, that there has been less fuel put in at the beginning, and there are being fuel stops at the moment. Right, I think Wesley came into the pits. Philip into the pits, and so is Sam. So leader Barney is continuing, and Vol also continuing. Nellboy, he's a little bit farther behind, unfortunately for him, a little bit out of the real battles here. Not pitting right now. He's got another 6 minutes 40 seconds to do so. So some of the other guys, obviously Bad Lad didn't, they kind of disconnect and had to start from the back, but hey, that ended up not entirely being the worst thing, but he's still a little stuck. Bogarowski just giving some other people some airtime here. He's coming up behind Bruma. That's interesting. Because Bruma, of course, maybe actually it could be that Bruma's just overtaken Bogarowski, in fact, because Bruma of course pitted, which wouldn't have been great. He would have got some traffic in that. I think that's now Vol. I know it's not Vol pitting, but he's coming up to Black Mamba. That's how long some of these pit stops have taken. Almost a full lap. Wesley there. Wesley and Philip and Bruma all on the same piece of track right now, but Bruma's like down in 9th. These guys are still up in 4th and 5th, so that's really interesting. Vol decides to pit now. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, there was a bit of a problem. Yeah, they are actually battling each other. That's good to know that was.
Still a long way to go.
As you could hear, halfway mark. 5 minutes left to get the mandatory pit stop in if they haven't. That's why we see the front two into pits this lap. Bruma did get past Wesley. Of course, Bogarowski is right here too. I believe yet to pit. If not, he's in an excellent position, but I don't think he has pitted in his mandatory time. And it's Bruma trying to get back past cars that he had already passed, but the longer pit stop has made it a bit more tricky for him. So, yep, 19 minutes to go, just over halfway mark, and it has been an interesting race here at the front. Let's see, Nellboy takes the lead. I'm sure he'll be delighted with that. I mean, it's definitely because these two pitted. Well, much quicker pit stop for Barney comes out. Vol's only just coming out. Little Mickey in 4th. No, it isn't, because if we fix those timing screens, he's just came out behind this entire battle here. Bogarowski now in the pits as well. So we'll drop back. Wait for the time screens to catch up, but yeah, it's now a battle what is certainly for second place between all these drivers, because Mickey still needs to pit, and so does Nellboy. Bruma still in this. You can now see that Vol was behind Wesley. Some intentions here, but of course that might not. Oh, that's Mickey having a little bit of little bit of a sideways moment there, and that allows Phil to get through. Did it allow Bruma to get through? No, it didn't, and oh, Bruma's lost it on his own. Where's he going to come back out? He come back out with Ainz unlapping himself. Oh no, not quite. But well ahead of Black Mamba and Sam. Oh, a 30-second speeding in the pit lane for the number 7 car, who is having a really bad race, unfortunately for him. But Sam, who was up here in the top 6, now battling away with Black Mamba, 22 seconds off of this, which is now feeling a bit separated. Nellboy taking what is one of the last chances for him to take that pit stop. And well, Wesley, Bruma losing about 8 seconds. Probably more actually, no, 9-10 seconds. Mickey in the pits, so Bruma falls back. Sam Knife with a battle of Black Mamba, which I think we want to watch. Really, actually getting really close to the rear of Black Mamba, and Sam, I don't think he's going to be able to make a move here at the turn, but he just needs to keep behind him, wait for maybe a mistake or just a quicker later break by himself. 16 minutes to go, and Nellboy comes out of the pits, and Mickey in the pits too. So this is actually for yes, this battle is in fairness for 6th place, and Sam wanting to look, most definitely looking for the move, not gonna quite get it done. Black Mamba just defending for his life. Definitely having a good race here. Sam's dropped a little bit from where he was. It's another stop go. No, it's he hasn't served the stop go. As side by side goes Sam now. Later braking than Black Mamba, trying to go around the outside. Went off track, but is still in there. But yeah, Black Mamba manages to sweep in earlier and defends the position. Nicely done from him. And as you will see, pit window is now closed. That mandatory pit window closed as Sam makes the move to the inside, and they are side by side. Who will break the latest? Who will get the move into turn 1? It's very close there, but yeah, Sam gets the better run through turn 1 and gets the overtake on Mamba for 6th place. That is a... oh, Mamba tries to brake much later. That will not work out for him, and he will stay behind. Oh, yeah, that was just the downscreen's fixing itself. It's 26.5 seconds, almost 27 seconds behind Bruma. Not much chance of catching back up to where he was before. I don't think the gap is actually a lap to the leader from Philip. We'll be quite happy to be in second after everything that's happened today. Yeah, it's 28 seconds to the leader. Bruno will be a bit annoyed as he tries to lap the car that still hasn't done their stop and go penalty that they've got for speeding in the pit lane. And I don't know what, and Bruma's got his own race to deal with. There is blue flags. And he finds himself having to battle with a lap car as we went to Volve there after it seems like he had a little bit of an off. 4 seconds behind Wesley, who doing his right thought, will be amazed that he is back up into third. There's been a lot of toing and throwing and a couple of incidents, but yeah, he tries to catch up on Phil and give us a battle in the last 12.5 minutes that we've got. That will be excellent for second place. Let's see, a bit closer on the battling is Nellboy and Benny. Let's have a little look at what Nellboy is able to do. It's still 1.7 seconds behind. I don't think there's very much that can be done about that ticket actually catching Bogarowski. That's for, unfortunately, the bottom end of the places. It's more for fun. Well, it's fun everywhere, but it's more for bragging rights, I guess, down there today. Anyway, hopefully they can have better performances in future races. Nellboy actually really is closing on Benny, and it's still going to be difficult because it needs to get much closer than this to have any chance of a run down to, well, anywhere, turn 1, this corner here where we're seeing a lot of attempts of overtaking which tend to get finished around here or at the final corner. But Nellboy's lost, what is that, 7/10 in that final sector, the middle sector and final sector. After being 1.1 behind, he's now 1.8 behind. So let's see how close he is on the run to the line. It says a lap, obviously that's incorrect. It's actually a second, so he's losing time somewhere, which is going to stop him from being able to be close enough to get the run into turn 1. It can get, well, maybe it can get the run done somewhere else. And Bruno comes round, and Nellboy really does look close now. Looks much closer. Benny closes off a little bit of airtime there for Nellboy. They took a lot of the outside curb and, well, basically off track, but it's at 3/10 now, and that certainly is close enough in the right part of the track. Now he just needs to keep close enough to get the move done, although we did see some sensational overtaking and battling through this twisty section. Wonder if Nellboy and Benny will give us that as well. It did lead to someone going off, but hopefully this won't. It's just sticking behind. Don't want to lose time behind doing this, because waiting for a mistake as well, as it's a defence to the outside. Nellboy to the inside. Nellboy goes to the outside and sticks behind at the moment. Maybe he needs to get slightly more aggressive. The gap for P2 is now very short as well. It's only 1.3 seconds, so we'll have to switch to that at some point. But it's going to be a run to turn 1, very close between the two. And he's not going to be close enough into turn 1 this time around. Wesley 9/10 behind Philip. You can see the gaps that have opened up, but that is a massive gap to the battle that we were just watching. Just having a wee flip. Nellboy's still very close to Bruno. And there's a second here, so Wesley is not going to be close enough right now. So let's have a look. This is battle for 8th place, and it's still points on the table for these drivers. What risks are they going to make? Nellboy right up the gearbox. Well, as you would see when the gearbox is in here, right up the rear wing of Benny. and looking for any way possible to get through on the number 77. They're about to be lapped by the leader, in fact, so it would be great for Nelboy to get this done now, with 7.5 minutes to go. That's probably stating the obvious, to be fair, that he should want to get it done now. There goes Nelboy. It's not going to be close enough, is he? There's going to... Just look how quick compared to them. They're going to be lapped probably within the next lap. Wesley was closer. He must have had enough. He was literally 9/10 behind. He's now lost almost a second. I wonder if they got close at any point in terms of actually touching. Or if it was just a mistake by Wesley, but he doesn't have much time to get the job done now. 6.5 minutes left of this race. Nelboy, oh, there we go. There's definitely a mistake by the car ahead. Maybe, oh yeah, maybe getting held up by a lap car, but they're about to become lap cars as well. Nelboy needs to get the move done really quickly. It's taking a lot of curb there just to try and stay close, and close enough to make the move stick when he goes for it. And yeah, no surprise, didn't do the penalty, gets disqualified from the race. But there we go, and that's the issue. Car ahead laps the next car and uses that to pull more of a gap. Nelboy in bit of bother now as he loses time to Benny for 8th place, and he's much closer to being lapped by the race leader as well. He's done, this will be his 18th, starting his 19th lap with 5 minutes to go. It's now a 1.2 second gap. Second did get past, oh no, he didn't get past Bolgarowski. No, he did get past Bolgarowski, sorry, yeah. And it must have been a while back, sorry that I missed that. I did say I would look at it, but there's been so much action going on up top. Not getting the gaps here. After Sam got past Black Mamba, he just kind of pulled away. Nelboy, yeah, Nelboy is quicker. You can tell that. You can see it, that he is quicker. But he just can't get past. That's his problem. This track is so difficult to overtake on, and yeah, he's just finding it very difficult to get that done on the driver ahead. It's the number 72 car versus the number 77, and it's becoming a race of attrition. Can Benny just stay ahead of Nelboy? Well, he's managed to do it so far, and he's been behind him for quite a while now. And actually, the race leader hasn't actually managed to lap these guys yet. Maybe he's just hanging back. He doesn't need to risk lapping them. He's got no threat, absolutely no threat from behind from Philip. Or anyone else for that matter. Bruma catching Vol, now that could be interesting because he clearly had the pace. Maybe not to win in the end because Ivani's just pulled away massively, and a better strategy on the pit stops as Nelboy goes for it at last into turn 1, but it's far too deep on the brakes. And he ends up getting lapped by the race leader, and he's keeping his nose in there, but I think that's the race for 8th place done and dusted. But you know what, Bruma brings himself back into this for P4. These guys were battling earlier in the race. And let's see what it means now. Yeah, I think race leader definitely had the better pit stop strategy because he was out quicker than anyone else. Much quicker than anyone else. It was absolutely amazing. Philip had a good pit stop strategy as well, but just not as good as race leader, and well, Wesley just didn't manage to really hold on in the end. 2.5 minutes to go, and Bruma is battling for P4, and Vol definitely was held up a bit there by Ticket, which will allow Bruma to really come at it. I hadn't even noticed that Bruma had gotten so close until just then. I think he might be about to go for it. A late move to defend by Vol. They both survive it, but oh, is that caught side by side before going? Not quite. Oh, I thought he was about to send one there into this section, and he is now. They've got side by side into the second part of it. Vol off a little bit. I think Bruma's going to get the move done. This is the second time we've seen him go for it there, and this time he makes it stick. Vol has a twitchy moment and goes wide. Bruma was a little wide as well, but they both survive, and Bruma jumps himself into 4th place, but 13 seconds behind Wesley. Just over a minute to go, so essentially a lap, and I think it might be +1 lap if I'm right. So Wesley's nowhere near close enough, and yeah, Bruma gets past Vol, and look at the gap he's able to pull already. Did I see? Is Brent off or something? I'm not actually sure. I think he lost position now. Sorry. Yeah, so Vol really falling behind rather quickly. But Bruma's spun! He's off and crashed! And that's going to let Vol back through. That's 5th place with damage, clearly. He spun on his own. And then Bruma's got to do all that work again in apparently 18 seconds. Oh, what a way to lose 4th place. I don't think he's going to have the time to get it back. The race is going to end. That's the race. Leaders on the final lap, so this is the last lap. Time's run out, so finish this lap. And Bruma will have to get this done again, but have to get it done quickly. He's got a lap to do it. We'll keep an eye. Keep an eye on where the leader actually is, so we catch him going over the line. But I want to see, can Bruma make up for that absolutely terrible mistake that he made? He got the job done on Vol and then just threw it away himself, but he's still got the speed, never mind how much damage he's got in the bumper. He's coming through, it's going to late brake, not late enough, but to be fair, he's probably a bit too far away. He's much quicker than Vol still, and he's going to the inside, which will turn to the outside for the next corner. It's not quite close enough to get the job done there. A few people leaving there. Okay, have we got? There's a few people finishing actually as they finish their laps, because they've been lapped. Possibly that is what's happening. Oh no, hold on, that isn't what's happening. They've actually had a few disconnections apparently at the end of this race. That's problematic. Bruma's ended up in 3rd. Okay, no, some of them are returning. This is weird. I don't actually know.
The leader has finished the race.
There you go, Barney does take the win. Philip is in 2nd. Well done to him, finishing ahead of Nell Boy. Philip coming across to take second place, sprint there as well. Nellboy has finished, so everyone up to 5th was lapped. Nellboy, let's see, yeah, some are going to come popping in here. Gots to be, obviously we got a strange glitch, but that's a shame to see it end on that note. But let's have a little look. Bruma coming across. Yeah, unfortunately we're not going to be able to go, but I'll be able to confirm a few minutes with Philip and other drivers continue going around. There we go. Black Mamba in 4th. Let's see what happens with some. Oh, in 6th in the end. Wesley 5th. Bosmos getting points, but yeah, there's your podium. Apparently, Bruma is on it. So. Just gonna have a look. Drivers are in the pits now. So yeah, so that race. That's as I thought. That was from that. Go. I think it's yeah. So I think there will definitely be modifications to that finish because. A lot of people disconnected there, and that would be pretty unfair to them. So we'll hope you enjoyed the race tonight, and updating on ACC. I think it went not too bad after the beginning. So hopefully you can join us next thing at. Let me just get that up in a second. Will be Paul Ricard. So. The normal what you may have seen from Inform, and that may be a different layout. Actually, I'm not sure. It'll be a good fun race. Look forward to seeing you then.